Welcome back, folks. I am Jon Najarian, and this is 3 at 3. Every day on 3 at 3, I describe for you unusual option activity, and I try to point you in the direction that we think the market is going to go because of that unusual option activity. As always, this presentation is brought to you by MarketRebellion.com. MarketRebellion.com is a firm that my brother Pete and I founded in 2016. We launched it in 2017, and knock on wood, tens of thousands of folks are our very happy customers right now. So let's get started on the 9th of October, 2020 with 3 at 3. Disclaimer is that this is for educational and informational purposes only. All investments involve risk. Intellectual property rights, yes. Copyrights, trademarks, registered marks, patents, we have all four. So make sure that prior to using this, you ask us. We'll probably say yes. I'd say 99% of the time we'll say yes. Go ahead, please do use it. And you can, of course, feel free to cite MarketRebellion.com as the source. So let's get started with today's presentation, shall we? So there's a $185 million campaign to keep Uber and Lyft drivers as contractors in California. You saw that I was talking about this yesterday. Talking about it, of course, because we needed to be aware that that was one of the reasons we thought that people were buying Lyft calls. Maybe they're thinking the stock will lift. Well, guess what? It has. There it is, moving up to 27.77 today. There it was yesterday, 27.31. So making a nice upside move. We're happy with that. We're still holding. Just giving you a quick update. If you'd like to learn more about trading stocks, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, our crypto room launched this week. If you'd like to come on over and take a look, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. And get started, my friends. Unusual option activity. Yes, here it is. First of our 3 at 3 is silver. Hi ho, silver. There you see they're buying the January 25 calls. They're buying the March 25 calls. They're buying the December 25 calls. This all with the SLV at 22. And then guess what? SLV started moving up. SLV bull call spread. They're buying the 27 calls, paying 98 cents, selling the 31 calls for 50 cents. That means they're paying a net of 48 cents. See how quick that was? How easy that was? Now, just so you know, I bought the 25s, sold the 27s because I wanted something closer to the money. But I think this is a great trade because look, you're spending 48 cents for something to go to $4. That's not a bad trade. There's the stock as it moves all the way to the highs of the day at 23.17. This is, again, the SLV silver ETF. We saw this at 11:38 this morning. In other words, just before the halftime report kicked off today, 20,000 options. That's 2 million share equivalent because every option is for 100 shares of stock. Let's get to the second of the 3 at 3, shall we? Building momentum here. PDD stock $77. They bought 5,000. That is 500,000 share equivalent. Once again, stock 500,000 share equivalent because they bought 5,000 options. Just put two more zeros on the end of that, and you know it means 500,000 share equivalent. The 80 strike calls. They paid $1 for them. They paid all the way up to $2 for them. Well, that was with the stock at 77.08. Now the stock pushing to 79. 78.79. It's up 7.33%. People betting that it continues and goes by next week, perhaps even today, pushes towards 80 and perhaps even through 80. Now, this is deep end of the pool stuff, folks, because these options expire next Friday. These are regular October expiration calls. So When we see something that's expiring in a week, we know that the time decay or theta is extreme there. We want to be careful. You should be careful if you're following this trade because time decay can kill you. Volatility compression can kill you. What you want to do is try to address that. I have tried to address that by selling a call against the calls that I buy. You have to decide what's appropriate for you. Again, PDD is the symbol here. It's up 7.3% today. Bang. Let's take a look at our third and final of our three at 3. Liberty Media, LBTYK. LBTYK, they bought 5,000. That's once again 500,000 share equivalent. Do these options expire next Friday? No. How do I know that? Because it says 23rd of October. So in other words, they don't expire today. They don't expire next week. They expire 23rd of October, which is 2 full weeks from today. They're buying the 21 calls at the money. You want to call it in the money? Let's call it in the money too. I don't care. But that is what they are buying, something that's going to move 50 cents for every dollar the stock moves. They bought 500,000 share equivalent. They paid 68 cents, which is $68 since every option is for 100 shares of stock. So they paid $68 for each and every one of these calls. I joined them in Liberty. Here is Liberty moving up to 21.54. There it was at 21.13 when we saw it. Now they're 21.54. It's up 5.5%. Moving up nicely, folks. Now, there are several ways to play it as it moves up. You could sell a call against the calls that you bought if you're one of our subscribers and you bought them earlier in the day and now they're 50 cents higher. You could be selling some other calls or taking some profits at these levels. That's not advice. That's just me looking at it saying, what would I do with my money? I thank you for joining us, folks. As always, this has been an abbreviated Unusual Option Activity, or UOA, 3 at 3. We do these every business day at 3 p.m. Eastern. And today I am hosting Tom Lee, Jeff Mackey, Bedros Koulian, Tony Dwyer, my brother Pete, a whole bunch of great folks in our virtual conference today and tomorrow. So that's the reason that I had to do this one as I did it quickly so I can jump back in and get with the guys and the gals at the conference. Thank you for joining me. I hope you tell a friend about it if you liked it, and I hope you're making some money in the markets today. Bang! Make it a great weekend, my friends. Let's take it out with a little more Aloe Black. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy and be nice.